Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
A lot of men are wanting to have a traditional wife, but they cannot be traditional husbands.
I love that. I love that.
You want to have a traditional wife, then be a traditional husband.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Now, before anyone gets this twisted, this is not a diss video. I repeat, this is not a diss video. On this channel, we educate men about female nature, and this video right here is a perfect example of it, even though these women are Filipinas. Their culture and environment might shape some aspects of their behavior, but at the core, they want the same things all women want. What's particularly interesting here is how this highlights globalization. Women around the world are influenced by the same trends, and we'll dive into that a bit later. So pay attention. We're gonna let them talk for a few minutes. Buckle up.
So, this topic is inspired by, I met a lot of Filipinas that are married to foreigners. They have this dilemma, their problem. Their problem is, they're married to a foreigner, right? And the foreigner is supporting the Filipinas' needs by like food and housing and travels, things like this. But that is something that we should be grateful, right? But there is more that we also need. We also have to take care of ourselves, and especially if you're a single mom, you have a kid and you have to support the kid also. And the problem here is that the foreigner is not willing to give extra allowance for her needs and family's needs also. Because he's not willing to support, she proposed that she would like to work or create a business, open a business. And also the foreigner is not so open on supporting on this. He only wants her to be a wife and only her focus to be on him. So what is your take with this situation?
Sounds familiar, right? Show me the money! Now, before we continue, I have 3 questions for you to think about. 1. Was she working before she met him or not? 2. What specific needs are we talking about here? 3. Is the foreigner expected to provide the money to start this business she's dreaming of? We'll circle back to those in a bit. Let's continue watching.
Oi.
Oy.
My action is like, oi. Wow. Okay, first, my brain is buffering. So, if it's in a marriage situation, I think that's not acceptable. For me, if you're already married, I think the man has to be full on as a provider. And that would ta-dang!
It's getting serious.
If not yet married, then I would say that it's still okay, to be that the girl is not being provided or being independent in her own way. But in this case, she's not even supported, even if she wanted to earn her own living for herself. So it's really sad. For me, it's a very sad situation. For me, it's a torture in a way for the girl. If the husband is not providing and she wants to provide for herself, for her own needs by finding a job or finding something like a little business for her own needs to be met, I think he should be supportive on that one. I have been independent with my past relationships. I have my own thing always, and this is something that I would really emphasize, that before starting a relationship, I still want to do my own thing. I still want to have my own bank account. I still want to continue the passion that I'm doing and earning at the same time. So this is something that is important for me, for my partner in the future, to understand and support. Support in a way that you're not gonna hold me, hey Leia, you're not allowed to do that. I want to have the freedom to still do my own thing. And if there are times that I would need pampering, you know, and I'm not really like asking asking for when it comes to pampering myself, but there are times that I like to ask to be pampered sometimes. So yeah, in my case, if that's on me, if that's gonna happen to me, I wouldn't tolerate that one. So yeah, that's my take on that one.
Now you see, the man is expected to be the provider. If he can't, he's not worthy of being her husband. That's universal, right? It's not just in the West, it's everywhere. But here's where it gets interesting. Social media has become universal. Women are constantly checking each other out on their phones, seeing how others live, and they all want to participate in that TikTok foolishness. Remember when I asked what specific needs we're talking about? Well, now she's talking about being pampered. We've moved beyond basic needs: food, shelter, safety, love, and belonging. All things the foreigner is providing, but that's not enough. Even if she's earning her own money, she still expects to be pampered, just like in the rom-coms and TikTok videos she watches. And here's the kicker. If you're a foreigner, the price goes up. You're expected to handle everything financially, not just the basics. This brings us back to the first question. Was she working before she met him? Now let's hear from the other woman who's going to help answer that.
Shay.
Okay, this is an ick. A lot of men are wanting to have a traditional wife, but they cannot be traditional husbands.
I love that. I love that.
You want to have a traditional wife, then be a traditional husband. So I have no problem with my husband if he's not full on, if he's not fully supporting me financially, as long as he allows me, or he doesn't have any problem with me doing a business, or me working and earning my own money. I think it is basic to set proper expectations before you get married. We don't really know the whole story, but again, you know, before you get married, you already talk about what the dynamic in the relationship is going to be. Am I going to be allowed to work? Am I going to be a full-on traditional wife, or this and this and that, right? And it is not right for a man to not fully support his woman, but then not allow her to work either to earn money.
True.
So that's an ick for me.
Women all over the world get the same icks. But did you notice something? She's looking at traditional relationships through a modern lens. Life back in the day was simple. Church on Sundays, visiting family, no fancy brunches or weekend shopping sprees. People didn't accumulate stuff like they do now. Women today, they want to work to buy foolish things and still expect you to cover all the primary needs and pamper them on top of that. And because you're a foreigner, they'll expect you to pay for everything. But here's the deal. If she wasn't working, when you met her, you're not obligated to transform her lifestyle just because you're foreign. That's your choice. Now, let's skip forward to the single mother part.
Back to the your example about the couple who does not allow his wife to work. Yeah, he is providing some, but not fully financially supporting, right? I think based on what you said earlier, he's not fully financing the basic needs, and I think that's really the bare minimum. Yes, he's providing food on the table, but again, you know, before he married her, he knows that she has a kid or she has children, right? So automatically that will be his burden too, because again, you don't allow her to work.
Yeah.
So I think he's doing just the bare minimum of not fully supporting her. And again, you know, this is one of the things that you guys have to consider when it comes to being with a partner, a single mom partner. She has kids, so automatically the children will become your responsibility. And if you do not want that responsibility, for me, for example, I don't have a problem with that. Just allow me to go to work, because I wouldn't pass my responsibility to you because they're my kids. But again, you know, for you to be selfish and just want your wife to be isolated in the house and do nothing, yeah, that's being selfish for me. And you're not fully supporting, not only financially, but self-growth as well, because once you're out there working and or doing business, you are growing as well. So
Baby mama drama is universal. Don't date single mothers even if you go overseas. Like they always say, they are a package deal. You'll be expected to cover everything: food, medical expenses, and more. If her kid gets sick, she's coming to you. So it's always about resources. No matter how you slice it, you will always pay. If not, you'll be expected to pay. Women are women first. As a foreigner from the US or Europe, you're more attractive because of your money and status, but you have to decide if the juice is worth the squeeze. Personally, the Philippines has been good to me. And of course, there are low quality women, LQWs, everywhere. But you're the man. You control your destiny. Be the captain of your own ship. Don't let anyone else take the wheel. Listen to all, follow none. Man, it's really working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.